You must have asked yourself these 5 questions at a point in time. Today, I'm checking out Gary Vaynerchuk's new book, and I want to see whether Gary has answered those 5 questions. Hey, welcome to another Talking Tech with the Techie Guy. My name is Liron Segev, where I make technology simple. And today, it's all about Gary's book, Crushing It. Now, before we start, just got a little disclaimer. If you're here to try save a couple of bucks of not buying this book, and you think this video is going to give you all the information that's in here, I hate to disappoint you. Wrong attitude, wrong video, and quite frankly, I don't think this is for you. So exit stage left, go watch another cat video. If you're still here, you're one of those people who want to invest in themselves and want to understand the influencer space and want to understand business and doing it online and content creation, yes, this book is absolutely going to help you. I'm going to show you how Gary answers these questions, but I will say that's not spoilers. These are just my take on it. Each person reading this book will take something different depending on your situation, your genre, your channel, what you're trying to do. So I would absolutely look at getting that book. Link will be in the description below. Okay, enough disclaimers. Let's get on with it. Gary mentions in the book a video called the 6 minutes for the next 60 years of your life. That is the exact video that actually gives me goosebumps. That's the exact video that I was watching when I was making the decision whether I should come to the US or not, or stay in South Africa. And after watching that video, it talks about kind of what you should be doing, and don't let age be an excuse. It's not just a young man's game, so to speak. You are able to do it. So using age as an excuse is absolutely no excuse. Is it too late to start? Or is the market too saturated? Are there lots of people doing lots of stuff? The answer is yes. There are lots of people doing lots of stuff, but they're not you. You have a story to tell. You have an angle you want to take. It's all about you. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's going to take time. If you think that you can make this as an overnight success, those stories are far and few in between. In fact, in Crushing It, Gary goes through a lot of people's stories to understand how they got to where they are today. And the one thing I picked up from all the stories, the common denominator, is how people started in one place, were unhappy, wanted to make a change, kind of started to learn what was right, what was working for them, and then slowly they moved across into something else that actually got them to the online space, got them to be an influencer, got them to be a content creator. So it wasn't something that people woke up in the morning and decided, hey, if I just do A, B, and C, it's a sure way to success. It takes a long time, it takes a lot of skills, it takes a lot of learning, and then eventually over time, you can actually make it to the top. So for those who wanted a quick 1, 2, 3 solution, I'm afraid it doesn't happen. Well, I assume that Gary, in his book, Crushing It, would simply go through all the platforms and tell you which is the one you should be on. You'll be surprised to hear that Gary's book divided into 2 sections. The first bit, the important bit, has all the information. The second bit is about the platform. Why? Because the platforms really don't matter if you don't get the first part. If you don't understand what to do, if you don't have a process and content and an idea, then the platform almost becomes irrelevant. You need to get that first basis stuff right. Then work about the platform, see how to curate your content, see how to chop them up for different platforms for different needs. And Gary does go into a lot of details in that section. But the platform is almost secondary. You've got to get that first stuff right before understanding and worrying about things like algorithms. I was also very impressed to hear that, to read in the book, it talks a lot about blogging as well. A lot of the content creators who've made it big have actually had some sort of blogging presence. So the written word, still king. Well, that's a common question which I get asked a lot of conferences as well. And the answer is no. You don't have to be the top Rembrandt or Picasso, or you don't have to be the top golfer. Lots and lots of people who are ordinary people. And again, that's one thing I do urge you to read in the book, is the stories, people's personal stories. Most of them, if not all, are just regular people who just found what they're really good at, and they simply shared their experiences with the world. The people that make it are the ones who make good content. So content being great and being engaging and being interactive and building up a community, that is actually what counts. And people have the same interests as you do, well, of course they're going to come back and watch you again and again and again. They'll come back and read what you have to say again and again and again. You have that connection. So those are my takeaways from Gary's book. As I say, there is so much more in this book that you can unpack, but we just don't have enough time to do that. Also, I want you to read the book. I want you to hold it in your hand or download it on your Kindle and go through it, because there's so much more information to be able to glean out of this. I've picked up some of the highlighting, kind of the top points that I think a lot of the content creators are asking and battling with, but there's so much more into this. The one thing I will say about Gary's style is that it is what it is. Some things you might not want to read and say, "Eesh, doesn't really apply to me," or "I didn't want to know that this was the wrong answer." But that's what it is. If you're going down the wrong path, rather know it now than invest all this time and effort doing the wrong thing. Gary's direct, no nonsense, to the point, and again, that's why we love Gary. This is his 5th book. If you haven't read his other ones, definitely worth checking those out as well. But because this is so relevant, this is the one that really kind of struck home with me, and absolutely recommend it. Link in the description below. Let me know what you think. If you read the book, did you get different points out of that? Let's discuss in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought. If you're new here, you know what to do. There'll be a little head in the middle of the screen. Smash that head, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Talking Tech with the Techie Guy, where I make technology simple. Cheers for now.